It's been 6 months since the Moto Z2 Force has been released. I've been using it as my second phone ever since. So how's it doing 6 months later? Let's find out in my 122nd review on the Moto Z2 Force. The MotoMod capable Moto Z2 Force is one of my favorite phones of 2017, and that continues here in the early stages of 2018. It has a 5.5-inch Quad HD Super AMOLED shatterproof display which is guaranteed to not crack or shatter. However, the drawback on this is that it does scratch extremely easy. I had it in my pocket by itself and it still accumulated scratches. So I still definitely recommend a screen protector to keep the display looking nice. The bezels are pretty massive on the device, but I expect Moto to trim them down on the next version. Despite the massive bezels, the device itself is extremely thin and very light. The fingerprint sensor on the front is fast and responsive, and it can also be used to navigate through the phone, which I really like. Instead of using the on-screen buttons, you can swipe the sensor left to go back, tap it to bring you to the home screen, or swipe right to bring up the recent windows. Moving right along to the camera. The Z2 Force has a dual camera configuration with dual 12 megapixel sensors. It also has a 5 megapixel wide angle selfie cam with LED flash. My favorite feature on the camera is the depth enable mode, which uses the dual cameras to give you portrait shots with the background blurred. In this mode you can also edit the amount of blur or use the select the black and white feature that keeps the object in focus in color and makes everything else black and white. There's also an option to replace the background, but it's hit or miss. Overall, the camera quality in both normal setting and in low light is solid, but still remains one area where I'd like to see Motorola continue to work on. I will say this though, I did use my Moto Z2 Force with the Hasselblad MotoMod primarily to capture pictures on my honeymoon in Italy, but I'll save that for another video. Next up is the battery. It does have a smaller battery than its predecessor with only a 2730 mAh battery, which I wasn't a fan of, but it still lasts me throughout the day and it charges quite fast. The wireless charging power pack mod also keeps the phone fueled as well. Now it's time for my pros and cons. I still am enjoying my Moto Z2 Force 6 months later, and MotoMod just keep making the device better and better. If you're in the market for a phone that's built tough, has good battery life, is thin, the Moto Z2 Force is the phone for you. Thanks for watching my 122nd review on the Moto Z2 Force. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to the channel. Also, don't forget to visit the site at www.theandroidreport.com and follow us on all social media platforms. Also, be on the lookout for my next 122nd review, where I do review on the MotoMods. Till next time, I'm Sal from the Android Report, signing off.